Yo, yes sir, man. We live and we back. Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS channel. This is the best DFS show. I'm your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose Man, here to bring y'all my NFL Week 2 offensive stacks, alright? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. If you're new to the channel, we focus on single entry 3 max and 20 max contests over here. That's what we do. That's our bread and butter, so to speak, alright? So without further ado, let's get into these picks. You know I don't like to hold y'all long, and you saw the thumbnail, the poster boy. This is my 20 max QB play, man. Give me Kyler Murray, man. My 20 max, and you can use them in your higher GPP stuff. I'm going Kyler Murray here for a plethora of reasons, but people are not paying up at QB this week, man. I don't anticipate anybody paying up at QB because there are a lot of good offensive game scripts with cheaper QBs. On the other side of this game, you got Derek Carr. You got Matthew Stafford in a nice total game. So people are going to pay down at QB for one, for that reason, and because they want to pay up for the studs. You got high dollar options like Jonathan Taylor, Cooper Kupp. People are going to want to pay up to get to those high dollar guys, especially the high dollar receivers, because they're going to, recency bias. All the high dollar receivers pretty much paid off last week, so they're going to want to get back to those guys, which is going to lead them to those higher total gains with the cheaper QBs. So you're going to get a lot of Stafford, a lot of Cars, maybe some Carson Wentz, some Matt Ryan, a couple of different cheap guys just so they can pay up. Nobody's paying up at QB, man. Give me Kyler Murray. Listen, this is the highest total game on the slate. The Raiders are favored by 5.5. Mind you, it opened at 2.5 now, but they're favored by 5.5. Undoubtedly after that showing by the Cardinals last week against the Chiefs, but here's why I don't mind going back to Arizona, man. One, I think the Chiefs are going to be better than people thought they were going to be without Tyreek Hill this year. And two, I don't think the Arizona Cardinals are going to be as bad as they showed last week against the Chiefs, man. It takes, I was telling y'all last week, it takes offensives a longer time to gel, a little longer than defensive, man. I think that Arizona Cardinal offense is going to be a little better than it showed last week. You already know they want to pass the ball around. They want to sling it a lot. Couple that with the fact that they should be playing from behind in this high total game because their defense is terrible. The Raiders are going to score. But give me Kyler Murray, man, 7,500. Like I said, he gave you 20 fantasy points last week. I know people are nervous because the Raiders had a solid pass rush out there, but when you got a dual threat quarterback like Kyler Murray, I'm a little less concerned about the pass rush, man. If it was Matt Ryan or somebody back there, Carson Wentz, maybe I'd be worried a little more. But Kyler Murray, if it's a good pass rush, that's just going to lead to more scrambling and rushing opportunities for him. So I don't mind getting here. Vegas anticipates them to score. Like I said, it's a 5.5 spread over with a 51.5 point total, man. So they're expecting some offense over here. I like Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's a part of the game no matter what, man. Like I said, he can do it with his arm or he can do it with his legs. And this is a good stack. It's a lot of ways you can go on this, and this is going to be a low-on stack. Let's look at who we want to pair him with. All right, we already know for one, man, you can give me one receiver, his guy Marquise Brown. I have no problem going back to him. I know he gave you a little scare last week if you took him, but he still found his way in the end zone. He's going to be one of his top targets, so I don't mind going pairing him with Marquise Brown. Then off of this, you can go a lot of different ways, guys. You can go, if Rondale Moore is back, he was getting all the hype the first week, but ended up not playing. If he's back, I think you can go there. If he's out, just go to Greg Dortch. That's who filled in for him last week. He got a lot of targets. I have no problem getting there. You can even go to his tight end route and pair him with Zach Ertz. Listen, for this game to be a shootout and them to be almost a touchdown underdog, man, they're gonna sling the ball on the offense that already wants to pass, man. Give me all this. Arizona Cardinals offense, man. I like Kyler Murray for your larger field GPP stuff. You can even, truth be told, just add another note that you can even pair him with James Conner, because James Conner will get all the touches on the ground and the pass. You can get this whole offense over here like this. Anticipating them to be a little better, man. I don't even mind this type bill right here. I like this Arizona stack. I like getting behind Kyler Murray, all right? Now, that being said, we going to stay in that same game and just go to the other side, man. Give me for my single entry QB, man. This is my single entry 3 max QB. I like Derek Carr, man. 6,200. He's too cheap in the highest total game on the slate. Like I said, I think Arizona gives it a little better showing than they did last week. I think this is a little more a little more competitive game than it was, so to speak. And the Raiders obviously want to pass the ball a little more this week. I mean, this season. So that's why no wonder they went out and got Devontae Adams. Just judging off the first game, you don't want to overreact, but you can tell they want to air the ball out. They want to really see if Derek Carr can sling the ball around. So I don't mind getting the Derek Carr right here in this spot, especially. And you know who to pair him with, man. You can give me Devontae Adams, and then for your secondary pairing, man, you can run Winfro, or you can go tight end and get and go Darren Waller. I have no problem going Devontae Adams and Darren Waller. I know Waller didn't have that good of a game the first time out, but listen, if Arizona can compete a little better, keep this thing competitive, I think Derek Carr's going to throw the ball enough that both of these guys can have solid performances for you. And I just talked about the Cardinals, so you know you can run it back with any of those guys over there. James Conner, Marquise Brown. That's a nice stack, man, for one of the highest total games on the slate, all right? I like Derek Carr for my single entry in 3 max QBs as well. Now, another QB I'm on, he a 3 max 20. He's in all 3 of them, man. Single entry 3 max 20 max. I can put him in any format, and it's another pay up option at QB. I told y'all, man, nobody's really gonna want to pay up at QB this week. I'm gonna go right back to the well and go my boy Lamar Jackson. Listen, same thing applies here like I just broke down with Kyler Murray. I know they're playing a little better defense in Miami. Solid pass rush. They can get after it. But like I said, with a rushing QB, a dual threat QB, man, I don't worry about the pressure as much. You still have to worry about it because, you know, if he's uncomfortable back there, he's not going to have the passing upside you want. But they can still get it done on the ground with their legs. I like going back to Lamar Jackson. A perceived tough matchup right here against the Miami Dolphins, man. It's a 44.5, 45-point total right here. But the Ravens are favored here, man. And you know the only way that happened is Lamar Jackson has his thumbprint all over this game. So it's either going to go one or two ways. If they win, I'm pretty sure Lamar Jackson going to give you a score you're more than happy with here. Probably even maybe a ceiling type performance. If they lose, he's still gonna have a solid floor for you in this game, man. Only way he fails here is they just get dog walked over here, but I don't foresee that coming. And with Lamar Jackson, man, you know you can pair him with Mark Andrews if you're trying to go there at tight end. He's gonna be one of the highest projected tight ends on the slate. She'll see the most volume. I have no problem going back to him. I know he let us down the first week, but I can go right back to him. He's one of Lamar Jackson's main target. Now with Lamar, like I told y'all, my dual threat QBs, I really like to skinny stack them, especially ones like Lamar Jackson, who's usually focused in on 1 or 2 targets. But you still can double stack Lamar in this spot, man. You saw him get the ball to Duvernay last week, was an unexpected surprise out there. And I still like going back to Rashad Bateman, man. So I don't care. You can do Rashad Bateman or Duvernay. I don't mind any one of these if you want to double stack it. And it's the perfect game. You can run it back on the other side of this game with Tyreek Hill if you want to get some. If you want to do a nice game stack over here. So I like getting Lamar Jackson in this offensive stack right there. All right, there you have it, man. 3 offensive stacks I'm looking at this week: Lamar Jackson in the Baltimore Ravens, Kyler Murray in the Arizona Cardinals, and Derek Carr in the Las Vegas Raiders, man. That's going to do it for us here today, man. Y'all know any questions, comments, leave them in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe, man, so you know when the videos drop every week. Go follow on Twitter at DFS Goose, man. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up, man. I see y'all next time, all right? Let's go.